Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you and welcome to the channel. So as you are aware, the mains of upper PCS examination is going to be held from 28th January to 31st January. So we have started this initiative wherein we are covering the syllabus as much as possible so that it can help the aspirants. So today we'll be doing the third class of ancient history. As you are aware, we are covering ancient history from R.S. Sharma's book. Okay. So आज हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं चैप्टर नंबर 5 एंड चैप्टर नंबर 6. So chapter number 5 is titled Ecology and Environment. Okay. So some important aspects from this. Ecology was a term which was coined by Ernst Haeckel in the year 1869. So how does ecology and environment impact history? Okay. So what happened was that during the course of evolution, there were extreme cold conditions. Okay, which in turn led to migration of people, basically the nomads, from the South Central Asian region towards the Indian subcontinent in the 2nd century BC. Okay, so this is what happens, and this is which corresponds with the advent of the Aryans. Okay, secondly, as you are aware of the ecology and environment, it not only consists of the living creatures, even the non-living substances that are around you, they also form a part of your environment. Okay, so with the discovery of iron and other metals, the people they started building tools and plowshares which were made of iron. So as a result of that, since iron was a tool which supported and helped these people get rid of all the highly forested areas of the Ganga plains, so clearing started of the forests and settlements were established around the Ganga plains because of the discovery of iron. Apart from this, due to presence of rivers, rivers not only acted as a means of transport but also as the blood supply of the entire kingdom. Okay, so Patliputra became a very important center because it lied at the junction of Ganga and Son. Okay, and because of this, it became a very important port also, and as a result, trade also flourished in this area, and eventually leading to the formation of the Mahajanpada, that was Magadh. Okay. Apart from this, temperature also impacted history because there was an arid phase around 1000 BC, and certain evidences have been found in Inam Gaon, which is located in Maharashtra. Okay, so they were forced to desert their homes and they took to pastoral nomadism. So this also led to a change in the lifestyle or the kind of occupation that these people were doing. So this also shows that ecology and environment also impacts not only the lifestyle in the form of occupation but also the kind of food that is grown, the kind of uh, region in which the people live. Everything is impacted by the ecology and the environment. Apart from this, rainfall also became a very important aspect because since Indian subcontinent has this peculiar phenomena, that is monsoons occur here. So even Gautam Buddha, he used to suspend his mission of teaching Buddhism for 4 months, and these 4 months he used to either stay in Patliputra or Rajgriha, and these were known as Varsha Vas. Okay, and we can see a continuity of this culture even to this date because no marriages are performed during these months when there is a lot of rainfall that occurs. Okay, so a continuity in the culture is also observed even till this date. Apart from this, there was a famine which led to migration of some Jains in the pre-Mauryan times from Magadh to South India, leading to the spread of Jainism to these areas. Apart from this, there is also an aspect that the rivers and all the environmental aspects, that is the biological components, the biotic or the living components like the rivers, the trees, the animals, they are worshipped, and they were the people during those times, they had a divine attitude towards these things. For example, even till this date we worship Tulsi, people, Vatvriksha, and also animals like cows, elephants, they are considered or rendered with great divinity, and they are considered divine and sacred. Okay, so that is something which is observed even till this date. So where do we find the earliest evidence? So Buddhist canonical text is there which is written in Pali, and the name of that text is Sutanipat. So it stresses on the need to protect cows. Okay, so in a way this chapter is showing how the ecology and the environment has impacted the history as well as culture of the people, and it has led to the development of the culture and society on the whole. and that those customs have been continued even after so many years. Even till this date, we find evidences of those customs and rituals in our present day society. Okay, so this was the chapter number 5. Now let's discuss chapter number 6. The topic of this, or the name of this chapter, is the linguistic background. Okay, so according to Grierson, who was the editor and compiler of the Linguistic Survey of India, there are approximately 180 languages and about 550 dialects that are spoken by Indians. So if we try to group these languages of the dialects, then we have four important groups. Those are Austroasiatic, Tibeto-Burman, Dravidian, and Indo-Aryan. Okay, so if we talk about the Austroasiatic, so this can further be subdivided into two subgroups. One is Austric-Asiatic, which is spoken in the Indian subcontinent, and the other is Austronesian, which is spoken in Australia and Southeast Asia. If we talk about the Austroasiatic, which is the language spoken in the Indian subcontinent, it can further be divided into subgroups. First group consists of the Munda language, which is also known as Mundari language, and it is spoken by the Santals, and they live in Jharkhand, Bihar, West Bengal, and Odisha. The other is Mon Khmer, which represents the Khasi people, which inhabit the states of Meghalaya and also the Union Territory of Nicobar. Okay. Now, if we talk about the Tibeto-Burman language, so it is a branch of Sino-Tibetan family, and it is basically spoken in China, Tibet, and Myanmar. In India also, it is spoken in certain regions of northeast India and northeastern states like Tripura, Sikkim, Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, Manipur, and also in the Darjeeling area of West Bengal. Since no literature developed in this language, that is Tibeto-Burman language, so they did not have any form of writing. So we do not find any written evidences of this language. The third primary group is of Dravidian language, which is spoken in South India and northeastern Sri Lanka. So earliest forms of Dravidian speech, they are known as Brahui, and this developed in the northwestern Indian region, which also comprises of the present day Pakistan, and it is believed to have traveled from this region via Pakistan area to South India from Ilam, that is in southwestern Iran. So what they are trying to say is that first this language was there in Iran, and from Iran it went to Pakistan, and finally it reached South Indian regions. So Dravidian consists of languages like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, and Oraon, which is spoken by the Oraon tribe. Okay, mainly inhabiting the regions of Jharkhand. Now, and even in Chhattisgarh. Now, the fourth important group is Indo-Aryan, and it belongs to the Indo-European family. It is believed that the Eastern or the Arya branch of the Indo-European family split into three sub-branches, which consisted of Indo-Iranian, Dardic, and Indo-Aryan. So, Indo-Iranian is also known as Iranian because it is spoken in Iran, and we find the earliest evidence of this language in Zend Avesta, which is a very important literature work. Okay. The second group is Dardic, which is spoken in regions of Afghanistan, North Pakistan, and Kashmir. And the third, that is Indo-Aryan, is spoken in India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. So, if we try to group the Indo-Aryan languages, so the old Indo-Aryan language was the one which actually gave rise to Sanskrit. Then the middle one gave rise to Pali, Prakrit, and Apabhramsa. Now, out of this Apabhramsa, or even we can say that the modern Indo-Aryan language, that gave rise to Hindi, Bengali, Assamese, Oriya, Marathi, Gujarati, Punjabi, and Sindhi. And even the Kashmiri language is also influenced by the modern or the Apabhramsa subgroup of the Indo-Aryan languages. Okay, so this was all about the linguistic or the language aspect. Now, if we try to associate these languages to the ethnic groups and language families, so each language can be attributed to an ethnic group. And the four important ethnic groups which inhabit India are Negrito, Australoid, Mongoloid, and Caucasoid. So what are the features of these ethnic groups? Negritos, they are basically having a short stature, they have a short face, short lips, and they live in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Nilgiri Hills of Kerala and Sri Lanka. They speak some Austric languages. Second group is Australoids. They also have a short stature, but they are taller as compared to the Negritos. They have a dark complexion and plenty of hair on their bodies. They live in the central and southern regions, and they speak Austric or the Munda languages. Third group is Mongoloids. They are short, they have scanty body hair, They have a flat nose and they live in the sub-Himalayan and northeastern regions and speak Tibeto-Burman language. The fourth group is Caucasoid, which consists of members that are tall. They have a tall stature basically. They have long face, well-developed chin, and they have a fair skin comparatively, and they have prominent but narrow noses, and they belong to Dravidian and Indian Aryan languages. So these are the four basic ethnic groups. However, in today's period of time, since there has been so much commingling, that we cannot associate a specific person to a particular ethnic group, because there has been so many, over the centuries or over the generations, there has been mixing of the genetic makeup of these people, so we cannot attribute a particular person belonging to a particular ethnic group. However, if we try to study the his prehistoric man, or if we try to study the evolution of the ethnic groups, then these are the first basic criteria in which they can be grouped. Okay, so this was all about chapter number 6, and hopefully this has been useful. Now tomorrow we'll be covering the next two chapters of this book, and if you want to find the PDF file, you can join the Telegram channel. The link has been provided in the description, and hopefully this session was useful and you are liking this initiative. We'll be bringing videos of the other subjects as well, so stay tuned to the channel, and always remember, whatever exam you're preparing for, you can do it. That's it for today. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.